Hello Gemini, welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is your messages from Spirit reading from now to the end of April 2020 for the sign of Gemini. I hope you're well, Gemini. So let's start with the Spirit message card. We have self-love. Now is the time to love, nurture and heal yourself. Self-love is not simply a state of mind about feeling good. It's a state of appreciation for yourself that grows and matures from actions you take to support your mind, body and spirit. Soul. Beautiful. And it might well be through this period you might be finding your centre. Certainly the personal things you're going through now, Gemini, this is about putting you first. Also the collective that we're all going through now. It is find that self-love. Allow yourself to make the best use of the time that will benefit you. Okay, what do we have, Angel Spirits Guides? Okay. For some of you, it is about choosing friends wisely. Now, friendships can be in any form, can't they? They could be in terms of love relationships, it could be to do with friendships, it could be to do with work relationships, wider family, all of this kind of thing. There is a new feeling of self-love for you, Gemini. Maybe you've had some trouble or difficulty with relationships or friendships. And this is about refocusing on you, on what brings you happiness, joy, contentment. Yeah, you see, love and light, act with care. That could be towards yourself and others. But I feel it's doing things from the heart. Take care of yourself. Okay, Archangels, what is the message for Gemini, please? What does Gemini need to hear? Now to the end of April 2020, please. What is the message Gemini needs to hear, please? Thank you. Courage. Archangel Ariel, be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. Now, I feel we're all being asked to be courageous in some respects because we are going through that big test right now, Gemini, aren't we? That's what Saturn conjunct with Pluto was all about. It's going to have repercussions for certainly the next year. It was all about from the 12th of January 2020. And it is the big test of overcoming the challenge that we're facing collectively, but also in terms of what you might have experienced on a personal level too. And, you know, there is a deep rebirth that we're all going through in terms of stepping into our light. Now, it will be a challenging period, won't it, for some of us? But yeah, I just think this is about finding that centre, having that courage, reconnecting to who you are, doing things from a place of love. Okay, so the first card that we pull, Gemini, is the issue or challenge you need help from Spirit on. Second card is the advice from Spirit, and the third card is the outcome should you take that advice. It probably won't resonate with everybody, so just take what resonates with you. Okay, 3 cards, let's go with it. We have Strength, card of Leo, 3 of Swords, and the 10 of Wands. Yeah, the Aquarian energy, the King of Swords, is the advice from Spirit. And your outcome, we have the Page of Swords. So I'm going to use the Ghost Spirit deck to clarify the cards. Felt it was appropriate given that I am doing spirit message readings. Okay, so the first card is out and we have, it's the Page of Swords. Interesting, at the beginning and end of your reading there is the Page of Swords. Okay, the King of Swords. We have the Queen of Pentacles, card of Capricorn, and the Page of Swords. At the end we've got the Hierophant, card of Taurus. Bottom of the deck we have the Five of Swords. Okay, Gemini. Okay, so some of you have been feeling the burdens, the pressure. Could be to do with what's going on with the collective energy at the moment, certainly what we're all going through. We're all going down that same path at the moment, and some of, we're all feeling that pressure, aren't we? But some of you have been deeply hurt as well. You are getting over, could be heartbreak, could be some truths coming to light in terms of relationships, could be wider family, friendships, work relationships, because there's a message of choose friends wisely. So for some of you, there may well have been some truths that have come to light that deeply hurt you, but this wound is exposed to the wind and the rain and the clouds. So this is a wound that is healing, and this the Ten of Wands is about burdens, carrying burdens from whatever this was on a personal level for you, Gemini. But this is, for some of you, about making space for the new, because something has ended. I mean, we have the Ten of Wands here. Something can end if you want it to end. You can put these burdens down if you choose to, because the Ten of Wands is an ending. The Tens are endings, completions in tarot. I feel for some of you, this is about having strength to face your fears, to face the challenges that you have needed to face. Find your own inner strength, your own inner power to overcome fears, challenges in your external environment. This is about connecting to your own inner power. It's coming out a lot in all three air signs. The Strength card has appeared in some form or another. So it's a big message, I think, to all the air signs right now, to find your inner strength. You are strong enough when the Strength card appears to really bring positive change to your situation. But I certainly feel you need to make space for the new now. You are still carrying maybe baggage from whatever this was. And I feel, certainly with the Eight is a card of mastery and also change. It is you making it happen by finding that strength from within. Now, I will say collectively, we're all feeling this, that Ten of Wands, aren't we, at the moment? This is saying that your back is bent, but it's not broken, Gemini. Even though we are feeling the pressure right now collectively, we are still putting one foot in front of the other and moving forward. So that's a big reminder from the universe as well. Know your power. You are strong enough to deal with the wider situation as well. The Page of Swords is interesting. Sometimes this can be about news or truths that have been difficult to deal with. Difficult news or truths that came to light. Yeah. But I certainly feel for some of you, I sometimes call this the Wind of Change card as well, because the pages can be the beginnings of change and the beginnings of new beginnings as well. Because the Page of Swords can represent suddenly beginning to see everything clearly, finding your voice, speaking your truth. There is a turning point here for some of you, Gemini, certainly to do with whatever you've been through personally, where there's wind of change happening. This is the Wind of Change card, where all of a sudden the clouds of confusion are shifting. You understand the direction that you're going in now, the decisions that you need to make, the truth or conversation that you may need to have with somebody in order to move on from this, because this is a new beginning for some of you. And I do feel for some of you that there's a turning point here. You're making space for the new. You are seeing everything clearly. and taking action accordingly. And it's reiterated by the King of Swords and the Capricorn energy, the Queen of Pentacles. So the King of Swords, a card of Aquarius. Now that could be, like I said, there could be an Aquarius, there could be a Capricorn in your life, there could be a Taurus in your life, because we have the Hierophant here as well. The King of Swords sits on a cliff and he sees the big picture. And by seeing the big picture, he understands the decision, the choices he needs to make. He is very much about fairness. He can represent some kind of earthly justice. He can represent the law as well. If some of you have had dealings with the law on any level, there is maybe a fair outcome when the King of Swords appears. So that's a message for some of you. But this is allowing the truth to see you having a new vision, a new direction, a new goal to walk towards now, to take action towards. It's almost like you're putting something behind you that was deeply hurtful and weighed you down a lot. And, you know, this wonderful air energy, you know, sometimes you see the King of Swords just in the air, because it's air on air with the King of Swords. It's just a lighter feeling when everything becomes clear. You start seeing the big vision, having a big game plan, having a strategy for your life. Could be in terms of money, career, could be in terms of bringing greater value into your life. By just having that clear thinking. He is how the power of the mind, when it thinks clearly, can transform your situation for the better. So some of you may well have problems with just getting your head around a situation, and this is the advice from Spirit saying you will, when you take a step back, when you allow yourself to see the bigger picture. That's when you find the direction, and he deals with the facts. There's no emotion involved here. He deals with the facts. And this is the practical facts, you know, the Queen of Pentacles, the practical things, doing the practical things that you need to do to stay on track, to bring greater value into your life long term. You might be focusing on money and career. This is a card of saying you've got all the practical skills, knowledge, experience to bring greater value into your life now, in terms of money into career, in terms of bringing stability, security into your life, in terms of bringing opportunity into your life. It might be an Aquarius or a Capricorn is offering you an opportunity here. It might well be a new connection here for some of you. But I do feel that the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who stays on track. She stays on the path to really bring success into her life, because her counterpart is the Devil, the card of great instability. The fact that when you go off track, when you don't see things clearly, that's when you fall prey to the Devil energy of feeling powerless, feeling stuck, feeling unstable, all of this kind of energy. So I just feel there's a real focus on the future now. See the bigger picture, have a game plan, work towards your future, because there is change happening. This is a big turning point for some of you. Yes, we are working within our boundaries. Again, Saturn in Sagittarius, the Saturnian energy, a big card of we are feeling the case of work within our boundaries. But don't allow that to stop you from opening your mind up to new opportunity, new paths now, new directions that you can take. Yeah, and I do feel the Page of Swords. Allow the truth to set you free. Allow the truth to empower you. This is a card of rising ambition, drive, finding your voice. Like I said, a new path opening, getting clarity in your mind, all of this kind of thing. Towards a greater stability, success, security in your life. This is a card of Taurus, which embodies all of those things. Now, sometimes this can be about searching for meaning. When you're wanting to get a higher understanding of what it's all about, why it happens to, you know, we ask questions, why does it happen to me? What is it all about? Where am I going in my life? You know, this is about trusting your own, having faith in yourself. For those of you who have spiritual faith because you are being guided. This is an icon of the representation of God on earth, God the divine, the universe on earth. It's the physical embodiment. So there's the big message of you are being guided through this time. But it might well be there is a good person in your life, somebody who has your best interests at heart, that you need to take advice from as well, Gemini. Because there's a big feeling here, and again we have this Venus and Aquarius energy. The Aquarian energy is asking you to see past the limiting negative energy that you might be feeling in your current situation. Now, the Five of Swords can be negative thinking, when we allow our mind to just keep us small by feeling negative. We don't see past. We don't see the bigger picture in that energy. And this is about change how you're looking at something now to bring a real turning point to your life. Now, this can also be if there's been conflict, arguments, just bad feeling. This kind of energy. You are the victor here, but you become the victor by allowing yourself to move on from this, by seeing the bigger picture, by taking the steps that you need to towards a new direction, a new vision for some of you now, having a game plan. Again, bringing a big turning point in your life, because when you're so close to this energy, Gemini, the fives, it's like you can't see past the end of your nose because it's such a distracting energy. You see this person looks back rather than looking forward. It's significant in terms of how the cards are styled. This is absolutely now you need to look forward. Appreciate what's gone here, but don't allow you to stop moving forward. To really embrace the wind of change that's happening in your inner world, but also in your external world, everything becoming clear as soon as you get that change of perspective. And embrace the new. Big message of embrace the new. Stay on track, do the practical things that you need to do. Now, I will say also the Queen of Pentacles. Queens are protectors, so this might be protecting what's yours, protecting your family, getting a higher perspective, not being caught up in all the drama of what's going on in the outer world, but just getting your head above the clouds to do the practical things that you need to do, like we're all doing, food, career, money, getting stability in our lives, protecting our home, our family, things that are of value to us, our sense of self as well. Doing the practical things that you need to do to further yourself throughout all the chaos that's going on around us right now with the bigger picture. So there's a really nice message there too, Gemini. Sometimes the Queen of Pentacles can be a single parent, so you might be feeling that energy too. I'm just going to pull a message from Heaven card, and it is whatever heaven means to you, Gemini. I really like the messages on these cards. Oh, beautiful. Try not to worry. We will bring helpful people into your life. Yeah. We've got Taurus, Aquarius, Capricorn, Leo. Could be important people in your life or coming into your life. But either way, there's a big feeling of you're being guided. So just, again, open up. Get past what's going on in the immediate environment and see that bigger picture. And I think everything else falls into place from them, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I hope it's a wonderful month for you, Gemini, and I will see you next time. Thank you.